Let me just ask you lastly, if I could, about sort of what's been achieved over the last 15 months. You talked there about Hamas having been diminished in its capacities. Of course, it has been significantly. And yet for months, what we've heard from the Israeli Prime Minister, the Israeli government, is this operation will not end until Hamas is ousted from power in Gaza. This agreement leaves Hamas in power in Gaza. They still have military capacity. They have military capabilities. They still hold political power. So the operation in that sense has been a failure, hasn't it?
So it's the exact opposite, Ben, as you're describing it. Israel has not just been fighting Hamas. We've been liberating Gaza from Hamas's tyranny. Every strike against Hamas is a step forward towards the freedom for ordinary Gazans. Now, as I said, this moment was chosen because of our military and diplomatic strength. Hamas is on the ropes.
They're not. They're still in power. They still hold dominance in Gaza.
Our priority is to get our people home. That's always been our number one priority. I will remind you that at the end of the Second World War, there were still Nazis in Germany. Okay, the Nazi party
wasn't in power. Hamas is in power.
Right. Well, it is our objective ultimately to ensure that there is no more terrorist threat on this country. Now, Hamas is on the ropes.
But all I'm getting at is the contradiction between hundreds of statements from yourself, from your Prime Minister, other government spokespeople, that this war will not end until Hamas are no longer in power. This war is about to end, and Hamas is still in power. I say it again, this operation, I'm not saying it's completely failed, but in that regard, it has.
Look, Hamas has been dehumanizing and exploiting their own people, while Israel has been saving lives, both Israelis and Gazans. Now, we are showing the world right now the stark difference between good and evil.
But David,
now, this hostage agreement
isn't.
No, I'm not deflecting, because this is not a concession. It's precisely a demonstration of Israel's strength and moral clarity.
I'm simply saying that Israel went into Gaza to oust Hamas from power. And you are now, it seems, if this agreement holds, leaving Gaza with Hamas still in power. I say it again, on that specifically, one of the major objectives of this operation, it's been a failure.
Ben, Hamas's days are numbered, and Gaza will be free from their terror.
How?
And Israel will continue to protect our people, to defend our values.
I appreciate all that, but none of it negates the point, which is that you said over and over again, we will remove from Hamas from power. We will not stop until we've done that. And you haven't. Now, you might say their days are numbered, but based on what? Surely if you withdraw, they're going to regroup, they're going to re-recruit, they're going to continue to strengthen again. You've failed in this operation.
So, I don't know, I'm not sure how you can say that, because we were getting hundreds of missiles every day from Hamas in Gaza, and now they are down to almost none or a bare trickle. We have massively degraded this terrorist organization. We have taken out their leadership. We have degraded their primary sponsor, Iran.
But David, I say it because the stated aim of the operation,
the number one aim of the operation was to bring our hostages
and the
home.
Number two,
and we have stayed true to that. This is not an end to the war or Israel's determination
there were two aims.
to destroy Hamas.
The first was to bring the hostages home. The second one was to destroy Hamas. Now, you're arguing, and of course you're right to say Hamas has been degraded. That wasn't the stated aim. Benjamin Netanyahu did not stand up and say this operation is designed to degrade Hamas. He said it's designed to destroy Hamas. Hamas has not been destroyed, has it?
Israel's army is strong and our people are determined. And you can take my word for it that Hamas will no longer challenge this country.